Alright, everyone. Uh, so we're back. We're back to this kind of stuff. It's just me on my own today, but I found this guy. I just need to talk about this. Oh my god. Look at this guy. Harman Smith. I watched a few videos about this guy, and I'm like, surely that's as bad as it gets. But no. This guy's a this guy's a whole new level. Oh my god. Here. I saw this one just now. Why Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble is the game of the year. What am I supposed to say? Like, actually, like, what am I gonna say to this? Oh my god, it's just Super Monkey Ball. Okay, okay. Yeah, he's playing. He's playing it. That's me trying to, like, end the video. At least the one thing you can give this guy, he has, like, the best upload schedule I've ever seen. Harman Smith fans are eating good. Oh my god. Here. Lesbians don't exist. That that title that title is pretty good. Here. Let's see what he thinks about
It's
Stellar Blade.
undeniable. The results are in. The tally
Guys, the results are in.
has been counted. The
I'm
damage
locked in.
control is
I'm
being
locked in, Harman.
performed right now. Stellar Blade has only sold about 1,000,000 copies. After all that
Woo.
shilling, after all that hype, after all that praise, it sold 1,000,000. This shouldn't surprise anyone because
Yeah, that is a good point.
this was a new IP from a
I was like
studio that
wondering
doesn't have
I
a
was wondering how much of a budget that game even had,
great track record,
because it
and
does look really good.
yet, for some inexplicable reason, it was hyped up simply because PlayStation owners have nothing else to play, right?
I mean, okay, he's got us there. I did just make a whole rant video. He got us there. We don't have anything to play. But to be fair, no one else does either.
This wasn't some like anti-woke statement. This had
Yeah.
nothing to do with like people wanting to try a new IP. Like this
Solar
was
Blade was
hyped
pretty
up
good.
because it was on PlayStation. That's it. Like take that away from it, and it would have gotten overshadowed
I think it got hyped up just sorry, I keep pausing, but I believe it got hyped up, at least from my point of view, was because everyone was like down bad for that fucking fat ass on that character.
by like everything else, right? And that's kind of what happened. Like the idea that this game was some remarkable thing was an illusion by people trying to push an agenda, right, Grums? Like this game was doomed to failure.
Okay, we're like halfway through. He already finished his statement. I'm actually not too sure. Shadow of the Erdtree was also pretty big. I don't know. Because those were both pretty successful. Uh, Here. Elden Ring is. Yeah, it is. It is. Oh my god, he has a 9-hour audiobook. I bet that's AI generated art too. What? No, no one likes Starfield. Okay, let's see what he says about this. Oh, don't want to get copyrighted.
Works no longer exists. This is something that really needs to be brought up after the only person in the world who called them out on the shilling campaign for Hi-Fi Rush in early 2023, this needs to be addressed. That I was completely 100% right on that. Right? Hi-Fi Rush was not some monumental success. Tango Gameworks did not put out some absolute banger that like led to Microsoft like investing in the studio. No. Like what happened is that the game didn't do all that well.
It did. Oh my god. Sorry. Oh my god. No! No! Harman! You're cursing me!
The gaming industry. Tango GameWorks has contributed absolutely nothing.
That's untrue. Tango Gameworks made some oh my god. Tango Gameworks made some absolute bangers. Ghostwire Tokyo? Whoo! I know that one isn't really talked about as much, but I remember I really loved it. The Evil Within 2? Whoo! 1 and 2 are really good. And Hi-Fi Rush, of course. But they did make really, really good games.
To the gaming sphere since its inception. But like, yeah, a lot of people really did try to trick themselves into thinking that Hi-Fi Rush was some big spectacular thing.
It is.
This
It was.
really
It was
impressive,
really big.
amazing, monumental, just original video game release from Tango
It
GameWorks.
is.
But it's worse than Platinum games that we were getting 10 years ago, right? It's worse than Capcom games we were getting 20 years ago, right?
Okay, let's see. Is he just
Phenomenal
gonna
hits, but
keep this copium up?
instead, what we got was flop after flop after flop.
What? Was Ghostwire a flop? Maybe. You could argue Ghostwire was. I don't think many people really talked about that. But their other games were insane. Like again, Evil Within. Everybody and their mothers loves that game.
After
No,
flop
Harman, I don't want to
after
look at
flop.
you.
And
Hold on a second. Slightly off topic. 1080p. This is 1080p. Harman, what kind of what kind of camera are you using?
Hi-Fi Rush is interesting because we were assured by the gaming media, by Microsoft, by Tango GameWorks themselves. Oh no, like Hi-Fi Rush was a huge success. It
Yeah,
did really well
that's why
on
it's
Game
really
Pass.
weird
It
they
made
got
us
shut
a
down.
lot of money, right? A lot of people are thrilled about bad games on social media. Stuff like No Man's Sky, stuff like Starfield, stuff like Baldur's Gate 3. Like it is.
Hold up. Is he putting fucking Baldur's Gate 3 on the same level as Starfield? Okay, Harman. This guy's pissing me off.
Is completely fake,
Oh my
right?
god.
There aren't that many
Yeah,
players for
keep going
these
off.
fringe,
Dig yourself a
niche,
bigger grave.
low budget games that didn't do all that well financially or critically, right? Hi-Fi Rush is
Hi-Fi
barely even a
Rush.
year old, right? It's a year and a half old now, and it's already been completely forgotten. If
No.
it wasn't for the bankruptcy of Tango GameWorks, the game would not be talked about at all, right?
Well, to be fair, that is with like every game. Almost every game is like that. Like here, for example, uh, let's talk about Mario Wonder. No one's talking about that now. Absolutely no one. It was talked about like when it came out. Not so much anymore. I don't really see many people talking about that. And you could say the same for Pikmin 4. Uh what's it called? Tears of the Kingdom as well. Like there's no denying that they are good games. Or they are. They're amazing. They're peak. The thing is though, they're only going to be talked about for a certain amount of time before, you know, you just don't talk about it. Because it just gets boring to talk about the same thing over and over and over for such a long period of time. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. It just means, like, everyone these days just has a super short attention span. That's all it is. And it, again, doesn't mean people don't enjoy those things. It just means, like, talking about something else. That's all.
If it wasn't for the shutdown of the studio, I said bankruptcy, but it's actually being shut down. If it wasn't for the studio being shut down,
Mhm.
nobody would be talking about Hi-Fi Rush at all, right? And I tried to warn you, I into them like they used to, right? Some PC games cannot compete with Nintendo products, right?
Untrue. PC games do compete with, or not compete, but they sell close to the same amount or more. What the hell is the Hero 7? I've seen this, like, on his channel, but I don't know what it is.
I just cleared Elden Ring without taking a hit.
AI. Okay. Okay.
I want that to be known before I review the game as a whole, because we really need to clear this up. FromSoft games are not hard. I remember beating the original Dark Souls while I was wasted in college without even realizing this game had a reputation for being difficult. To me, this was just a basic ARPG that didn't really innovate.
Okay. That was crazy. He actually just uses AI for reviews now. Let's see it. Let's see it. I kind of agree with that one. The whole, I don't know, Game Pass is, they're like putting all their money in Game Pass. I just don't trust it. Jesus Christ. How much does this guy fucking upload? No Divers 2 is not finished. Dude, this looks just like those old videos.
Pre-order my books.
Like, the thumbnail looked like the whole, like, Xbox 720 PlayStation 4 memes from, like, 2010.
In the description below. So,
Yeah,
Nintendo
yeah,
has
books. I'm not
that
doing that, though.
they are revealing the Nintendo Switch within the next fiscal year, by the end of March 2025.
I think this is a good thing. A new Switch would be amazing. I hope it's at bare minimum, like able to run games like the Steam Deck does. Though I would love it if it was more powerful. I know that's like not gonna happen, but I want it to be at least Steam Deck level, just because like it's a fucking Steam Deck. It's pretty powerful for a handheld.
We already got like some confirmation about this last year, which leads me to believe that we're going to get the official reveal in March 2025,
Yeah,
and then
pop off.
maybe getting it like later that year, by the end of the year
Nah, I think it would be 2026.
or so, right?
I don't know, just a
Essentially, we have
feeling.
about a year of solid Nintendo Switch releases
There is no. Let's not call five FPS solid.
to go, a year and a half probably of solid Nintendo Switch releases
I
to
don't know if
go.
I could take another fucking year of Nintendo Switch. Like, dude, this console's old. It's dying. Come on.
And I couldn't out and say again that all the rumors were wrong. You know, all the player essences, all the Arlos, all like the RGT 85s, like all of this endless rumor mongering. This idea that the console would be coming out early this year, were completely wrong. I've seen people like point out the fact that people were predicting the end of the Switch by like the end of 2022. Okay, like there were people who were saying that Tears of the Kingdom would be a Switch 2
Tears of the Kingdom should have been switched to. Just because that game runs like absolute shit. It does. You can't say it doesn't.
exclusive. But the way it looks now, I think it's very likely that we are going to get, you know, a new Mario game on the Switch 2's
Uh huh.
the next Nintendo console's launch period window. You know, I do think it's likely we'll get a new Mario Kart. I do think it's likely we'll see like quite a few new entries in beloved IPs that we haven't seen since like the early Switch
Pop off,
days, right?
Harman.
Like
Pop off.
I do think in a lot of ways that
Dude, this is a whole nothing burger. I'm still amazed. This guy's fucking. This guy's fucking upload schedule. Oh my fucking god.
It's interesting how everyone else was crying about Stellar Blade at a time
Dude,
when
I've seen so many videos of this guy just like jerking off Princess Peach the game. It's so weird. I've never seen anyone more obsessed with Princess Peach and her games more than this guy.
I was enjoying Princess Peach Showtime. To this day, I'll
Yeah,
probably
enjoy it.
go
Pop
back
off, King.
and play through it casually throughout the year, but there is no denying at this point that Princess Peach Showtime is the best game so far of
Woo!
2024.
Go
It's better
Harman!
than Helldivers 2, it's better than Pow World, it's better than
Yeah!
Baldur's Gate 3. What
Yeah! Woo, yeah, it should have been Game of the Year, right, guys?
isn't better than Baldur's Gate 3? Like a monkey could have more
Yeah, a monkey could have more fun with Princess Peach than Baldur's Gate 3. Balding gay?
fun with the shit I took this morning, poking it with a stick, than you could have with Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
But I
Balding
digress,
Gate
right?
3, let's go.
Princess Peach Showtime is fantastic, and right now there seems to be this very
I
stubborn refusal
I
from
don't
me
even
and
know
the
what that
community to
is.
acknowledge it, right? People are saying that I've stopped talking.
I'm just gonna say it now. I don't think I need to know what Princess Peach Showtime is, and I can probably say, nah, I will say, it's not better than Balding Gay 3. It isn't. It's not.
About the game, and the reason being that is that like I've done everything in it. Like there are collectibles, there are things to do in the game. There are challenges.
Yeah,
Right,
how
the
much
game is
of
still a lot
Baldur's
of
Gate
fun,
3
but
did
at
you
the end of
play?
the day, I want to move on. I want to play other things. Just like I did with Tears of the Kingdom and Mario Wonder. I loved those games, but it's time to move on to the next thing.
Yeah, and then the same guy that says this shits on Hi-Fi Rush, saying, "Oh, no one even talks about it anymore." Okay, dude, this guy's a fucking hypocrite. Oh my god.
Princess Peach Showtime has
Mhm.
come and gone for me, but there is no denying that this game is spectacular, and rather embarrassingly, it feels like the gaming community is doing this thing where they're just like, oh,
Yeah.
I knew Princess Peach Showtime would fail. Oh, I knew a game with a female lead wouldn't succeed. Oh,
Oh.
I'm so excited for Stellar Blade. Like people were really desperate
This guy is he's such a goober. I don't know what else I can say about him. He's just he's so funny.
to downplay this game from the moment it was revealed, right? Remember when people were calling it a mini game collection and like
I like
Mario
that.
Wonder just like the last game on Switch ever? Remember that period where they were trying to say that like the Thousand Your Door was going to be like releasing on the Switch 2 or something? Mm,
Hold on, did he actually?
Like
Let's go to news
they
first.
were like working overtime to downplay this game, right? And now that it's out, like people really, really want to pretend it doesn't exist. But I just want to remind everyone,
Oh, is
it
this his
outsold
alt?
Dragon's Dogma 2. It outsold Rise of the Ronin. People like me.
I did see not so many good things about Rise of the Ronin. And Dragon's Dogma 2 on PC was a complete mess. That's true. Like, I get about 50 FPS on max everything 1440p when playing Dragon's Dogma, and I have a 4090. Now, 50 FPS isn't bad. Let's not stretch it, okay? The thing is, if you're using like older hardware or even just hardware that's not as good, like 4080, you'll be getting maybe like 40 frames a second. Let's bump it down to the 4070, 30 FPS, 4060. The 4060 is a joke. What am I kidding? But it's like I don't know. I don't know. I don't think Dragon's Dogma 2 sales should be too important right now because everyone kind of knows just because of how badly the game performs.
Are calling it like a really underrated gem. And I think, individuals like Arlo, the literal Muppet with a hand up his ass, right? Like,
Hey, I used to think that of Arlo too until I actually watched his videos. I was like, who watches this fucking blue, like, anorexic cookie monster, you know? But, you know, he makes some pretty good videos. His Breath of the Wild one was really good. But he does look like a baby channel. I'll give you that.
I think people like Arlo are doing the game a very big disservice by calling it mid. Like specifically saying that the level segment.
I'm sorry to keep pausing again, but I just have my own thing to say. Mid isn't bad. It's okay to be mid. It is. Like 7 out of 10 games, they're still good, fun. Like Dead Island 2. Mid games are okay. It's alright. It is. It's okay to be mid. Brave statements only. I know.
Are not fun because that is objectively not true. I have gone through like a lot of the stages several times now. Particularly like the sword fighter ones. I have like really gotten to play the game a lot, and it
Hmm.
couldn't be more obvious to me that the game is very well designed, very entertaining, and does have a lot of replay value. That was my concern going into the game was that like, I'm not sure how much mileage I'll get out of replaying this, but no,
Yeah.
like the game is so well crafted and so going
Okay.
to be the beginning of Princess Peach being treated like a genuine video game protagonist.
Harman, I don't care. Hold on. He's live. Guys, do we join? I'll join. I'll join. Guys, I'm gonna join his live stream.
I really don't think I'm gonna need the spring. I don't know why I'm bringing it with me,
Guys, he's not gonna need the spring.
but Sky High Adventure.
Harman, what have you been doing this whole time? This is so fucking... What? Oh my god, he uploaded... That's what it was? He was playing Super Monkey Ball? Yo, he uploaded that! That was so fast!
Weird. I thought it was gonna
Dude,
be
he's on the content grind. What the
like a
fuck?
flying stage.
I'm kind of jealous. This motivated me. I'm gonna strive
Oh,
for
I see.
daily
You just keep
uploads now.
climbing upward and
Just because of this guy.
something happens.
Yeah, I'm gonna say hi to him. Hi, Harman.
I got it. Just what I needed. Flying is so cool. Hello.
Yes! Guys, he said hi to me! Oh my god! Oh my god! He said hi! Woo! I'm liking this. I'm giving him a like. And I'm gonna subscribe. This guy's a goober.
Call this the Sky High Adventure. Why?
What do you mean why? Because you're in the
Are you
sky.
kidding me? What was that?
Okay, Harman, I'm sorry. I can't watch that. Yo, he's quitting YouTube? Hold up. I hate to say it, Harman. If you're uploading 1, 2, 3, 4 times a day, you ain't quitting. Oh my god. I love this guy.
Pre-order my book American Evil in the description below.
Yeah, pre-order it, guys.
I wasn't going to be making any videos for the foreseeable future,
I
but
love this guy.
I thought I owed it to you guys to kind of take a step back and explain why, what's been going on, what I'm doing in my personal life, and essentially what it amounts to is that
This
I
guy's such a
am
goober.
in a very gameplay, like the plot decisions, the graphics, the bugs, right?
He's quitting YouTube because
I
of the
would do that,
bugs and
and then I
graphics,
would
guys.
make a video complaining about it. Like I used to have a very, very,
Hmm.
very well fleshed out knowledge of most major PlayStation 3 franchises and every Nintendo franchise. And these days,
Harman, that was like I hate to tell you, that was like almost 20 years ago. The PlayStation 3. That was my second console ever. My first console was the PlayStation 2. Fun fact. Uh, but PlayStation 3, that's like so fucking old, man. Not saying that's bad, but if you're gonna brag about knowing every PS3 game, you had a good 20 years.
Its limited mode came out, right? You know, if it wasn't for the hype cycle around Helldivers 2, Power World, and Baldur's Gate 3,
All pretty good games made by smaller teams.
I probably wouldn't have talked about them at all. And that's another thing too, is that like
Harman!
Nintendo
Harman! Your audio! No! Harman!
hate community that voice in regards to like what
Okay, Harman, I can't watch this. I'm sorry. I love you, but this ain't it. They should talk about Ender's Game, by the way. Whatever. Video game music is hard. You know what? I'm not gonna fight you on that. Okay. Let's find another video. Sorry, Harman. I can't look at your AI stuff. I'm sorry. Oh, but he watches Berserk! Or he reads it. Oh my god. Peak, peak, peak. Metal Gear Solid is pretty good. I'll give him that. Harman, stop using AI. Harman, please. Please stop. You don't need to use AI. Please. Just go back to these. Okay. Best game of 2024, guys. Nah,
Alright,
I'm
I
sorry,
was hoping
Harman.
to
I'm not watching more Peach. You know what? I said I would watch one more video. Hey, we will. We will.
We all know that PC gaming is the superior platform to all other
Oh
gaming
my god.
alternatives.
Harman,
but
why are you
what
uploading
are
in
the
480p in 2024?
best ways to enjoy your gaming PC? Today, we are going to take a look at the top 10, top 5 PC.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Clickbait. Clickbait, guys. You said top 10 in the title. I don't want 5.
Exclusives.
You gotta give me at least double.
Emulation.
Woo!
Nothing gets console fanboys seething like the fact that PC gamers can simply play their games for free, legally, through emulation. There's nothing quite like getting a hard-modded Wii, getting a... Why would I ever waste my time playing a video game when I could just watch Angry Joe or whoever?
What? You know what, Harman? You know what? Fine. Fine. Why would I sit here and play Princess Peach's whatever the fuck when I could watch you talk about it?
Tear it apart for free. Why would I waste my time with Hogwarts Legacy or The Legend of Zelda?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Don't say stuff to Hogwarts Legacy. It's going to be on. It's going to be on Switch. They said so.
Zelda Tears of the Kingdom when I can just have Angry Joe explain to me that the game is homophobic or just plain bad and that I shouldn't waste my time with it.
Harman, what are you doing?
Cyberpunk 2077 is a good game now, and how No Man's Sky...
Well, okay. Cyberpunk. That is a good game. Now, I feel like, though, the launch is inexcusable, and the people in charge should not be forgiven. I don't think they should. That's why I'm not going to pre-order Witcher 4. I don't care if they've learned. They gotta prove themselves. And, you know what? Who cares? A pre-order is a pre-order. It's whatever.
And how No Man's Sky is one of the biggest comeback stories in gaming.
It is. I also am glad all the DLC is free. because they shouldn't be forgiven either. They really shouldn't.
Without YouTubers, I don't know exactly how the gaming community would be able to function. Without gaming YouTubers being
Almost true. The gaming sphere, uh, again, was a lot different, but you know, it worked. It did. It was okay. But I just feel like reviewers are sort of just like it makes it easier to sell. It does. Like having YouTubers review or play games definitely helps the devs more than just some review pushed by IGN or some magazine.
our guiding light when it comes to quality, there might be some real discussion and a real debate about what the best games released this year are. I am incredibly thankful to people like Angry Joe who spend their time just
Okay,
what
okay. Thanks, Angry Joe.
Nintendo consoles. If it wasn't for social media, it wouldn't be obvious that PC gaming is the master race, right? The term PC master race actually came from social media.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
when you look at what's happening with social media, when you see how like impaired
Harman, I do not care. um, you know what? I got one more in me. Woke companies. Woo!
with corporations becoming increasingly woke and forcing their weird ideology onto products,
How do you force stuff into public domain though? That sounds so. I don't know. I don't think that's how it works.
I do think we really need to
Oh my
combat
god.
this in
I'm
the
the
only way that
20-second view.
we can. And I do think the major way
Where's the
we can
comments?
stop established
It's
franchises from
lying to
being
me.
ruined is just force them into the public domain. You know, Warhammer 40K should be public domain. Star
Okay, but that's not how it works. Also, what the fuck are those fingers? What the hell? Dude, you got fucking baby hands. Sorry, Harmon, it's just something that I noticed. I'm not like attacking you. I just couldn't help but look at it.
Trek should be public domain. Lord of the Rings, Narnia, everything needs to go in the public domain. Because if everyone is perverting a work, if everyone is putting their own weird twist on it, if everyone's putting out like all these products, if you have like companies actually competing with each other, like doing like radically different things, like there is no narrative, right? Like they can't ruin the entire entertainment industry if any
But the thing is, money. No. Um, I don't get it. Why should it all go into public domain? So everyone can ruin it, not just one company? That's stupid.
anyone can just put together a good adaptation.
Okay, but most people won't. It's most likely just gonna be some shitty thing like what I'm doing, or maybe they're recording with whatever type of camera you're using. Cause, dude, your quality's all over. Some videos are just 480. This one goes up to 720. Still looks like 480. I don't know.
Of Star Wars or whatever, right? And I do think that's probably the way forward because when you really look at what the companies are doing, like they're Star Wars novels than what Disney produces. You know, weird
Yeah, Harmon. Okay.
company too.
You know what,
Like
Harmon?
why
That's a running theme. You yap and I don't listen. I can't stand anymore, guys. I'm sorry. I gotta do it. No notifications. Notifications are turned off, whether you like it or not, Harmon. They don't get put back on until you stop yapping. No, I'm just messing, Harmon. You're okay. You just have like the weirdest opinions I've ever heard. So that'll be it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I would say shout out to Harman Smith because he gave me this gold mine to work with, but he's a bigger channel than me. No point in giving him a shout out. If you're here, you already know him. So be sure to give a like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you want. Because in the end, I'll surpass you one day, Harmon. Just you wait. That's my new goal. Surpass Harmon. Woo!